As a creature of habit, I enjoy following a fairly predictable routine from morning to night. While no 2 days unfold exactly alike, the rhythms and rituals I practice daily provide comfort and purpose amidst life's chaos. From my morning workout to evening reading time, maintaining this structure keeps me grounded. Though some may find routines restrictive, I find freedom in their familiarity. My steady daily cadence fuels me. I make a point to start each morning the same way, rising at 6 a.m. to a blaring alarm clock that jolts me awake. After briefly contemplating going back to sleep, I drag myself out of bed and get ready to head out for a brisk walk. I change into workout clothes, splash cold water on my face, have a quick bite of yogurt or oatmeal, lace up my sneakers and load a podcast on my phone. Stepping outside while most neighbors sleep makes the world feel calm and quiet. As I set off on my regular walking route through the peaceful neighborhood streets, the fresh morning air rejuvenates me. When I return home 45 minutes later, I feel energized and ready to conquer whatever the day holds. Establishing this habitual morning ritual sets a positive tone for the rest of my day. After my walk, I shower, get dressed for the day, and take time making a warm breakfast. Cooking a hearty egg dish like a frittata or omelette, along with toast and fruit, provides fuel for the busy day ahead. I appreciate not having to rush out the door on an empty stomach. I review my calendar and to-do lists over coffee while eating to get mentally prepared. My workday begins around 8 a.m. As a freelance writer and editor, I appreciate having flexibility to work from home. I start by going through emails and messages from clients, updating project lists, and responding to any urgent needs. However, mornings are my prime focus time, so I avoid getting sucked into non-essential tasks. Between 9 and noon are my most productive and creative hours for writing drafts of articles or blog posts. I turn on some upbeat music and really get into the groove. When immersed in a writing flow state, the morning flies by productively. I avoid checking distracting websites or social media and silence notifications to stay centered. When I look up and it's noon, I feel a real sense of accomplishment. I stop for lunch, both to refuel and also step away mentally from work for a bit. Eating away from my workspace allows me to decompress. I catch up on personal phone calls or emails while I eat. Getting outside for a walk around the neighborhood energizes me for the afternoon. Those small breaks help time pass quickly since I work alone all day. After eating, I tackle more monotonous tasks like client invoices, organizing records, and returning calls instead of diving right back into writing projects. My brain functions better tackling those administrative tasks in the afternoon when I have less creative energy. Sprinkling in a chore like laundry or tidying up also helps break up the day productively. Around 3:30 or 4 p.m., I start wrapping up work projects for the day after about 8 hours. Closing my laptop provides a sense of completion, however imperfect. Despite the temptation, I resist the urge to work extra hours and burn myself out. I change into casual clothes and breathe a sigh of relief that the workday is done. My evenings follow a similar comforting routine. I spend the first hours unwinding through things like cooking a simple dinner, reading my novel, watering plants, or tidying the house with music playing. Getting chores done prevents piled-up messes. Cooking a homemade meal rather than ordering takeout also helps me decompress after work. Later in the evenings, I enjoy low-key social time like going for a walk with a friend or video chatting with my sister. After so much solo time working, some human connection replenishes me. However, I keep nights relatively calm with no big plans or events since I need to recharge. Whether I socialize, read, stretch, or sip tea, I avoid stimulating screens. I spend the last hour before bed getting ready to do it all again tomorrow, packing lunch, laying out clothes, reviewing my calendar. After washing up and putting on pajamas, I settle into bed with my book around 9:30 p.m. Absorbing myself in the story helps clear my racing mind for restful sleep. Putting away phones and devices allows my body to relax. Before I know it, I drift off peacefully. The next morning, my alarm restarts the whole cycle again. Having structure gives each day a sense of manageability. My steady routines enable me to show up fully present for whatever comes my way. Life often feels uncertain, but I control my habits. The rituals provide comfort amidst chaos. While some may crave more variety day to day, I thrive on routine. I enjoy the reassurance of knowing generally how each morning, workday, evening, and weekend will unfold. Familiar relaxation and social activities recharge me outside work hours. I can experiment within my routines, like mixing up what podcast I listen to on my walk or trying a new dinner recipe. But the fundamental rhythm stays constant. The framework of set routines removes mental clutter and decision fatigue from everyday life. I don't waste energy deliberating over when I'll exercise or what to wear. I gain mental space to focus fully on each activity. My mind can wander freely when core logistics are secured. Routines let me be present instead of preoccupied. Of course, no amount of planning prevents curveballs from disrupting the routines now and then. Some mornings I oversleep and have to scramble out the door. Creativity occasionally eludes me, derailing my writing workflow. Dinner dates with friends or errands throw off evenings. When plans go awry, I try to roll with the punches without frustration over lost control. Flexibility helps me adapt. Maintaining balance within the routines also remains an art form. I'm still learning not to pack days overly full, which leads to feeling overwhelmed when anything goes wrong. My schedule allows wiggle room for spontaneous opportunities or time off when I need it. Discipline and flexibility must coexist. I breathe through the discomfort when routines inevitably break down. While many see following set routines as dull and repetitious, I find freedom in their predictability. My steady daily rhythms ground me through tumultuous or anxious times. When the world feels chaotic, I take comfort knowing that I will still eat breakfast, go for a walk and read before bed. The certainty equips me to then open up to life's unknown adventures. Routines provide my touchstone. So much lies beyond my control. But my daily rituals give each day meaning, productivity, and fuel for pursuing my dreams. The simple rhythms of waking up, working, eating, and resting sustain me. The routines seem mundane, yet they build a life. I approach each ritual as an opportunity to be fully present. My routines enable me to show up intentionally for whatever comes my way. The steadiness allows me to live boldly.